Hey everyone, I'm just seeing who's out there, who's up with me. I wanted to talk about the little title there I put up. If you're watching, give me a thumbs up so I can see you. I'm just chilling and okay, so I'm seeing someone in the chat. Let's see here. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about how to respect other people's beliefs. And I think you guys let me know if you can see me okay. I'm in the darkness. I'm just chilling right now before I get ready to take care of some other things and all that good stuff. So yeah. So this is something that's been on my mind for a while. And I would say around 2000, the year 2015, 2016, many of us who are African American or Black in America, we had an awakening about really how things were in the South and how our ancestors were really done. And it roots couldn't really show how it really was when we found out a lot of stuff that was hidden from us. So a lot of us were very angry, okay? And with that, a lot of Black people, African American people, and I would say really uh, the majority of Black people decided to start coming away from Christianity because of what we found out. How, well, a lot of us already knew, but a lot of us didn't know to what extent. But how Christianity was forced upon people, and Christianity was forced upon a lot of different people, okay? Not just Black people, it was forced on Native American people, Indians, it was forced upon indigenous uh, people from Mexico, Latin America, different places. And so when this huge awakening happened a few years ago, a lot of us, like I said, were mad about it. And to find out the extent of some of the things that they did, and when I say they, I'm talking about the ancestors of European settlers of white people that came here to America. Those Europeans didn't discover America. Maybe they discovered it for them, but there was already people here. And but when you are in this society, it's so many of us that are brainwashed from from the ages of steading and setting feet into the public school system, just the way that I was raised up in the public school system. So um I remember I had to do the pledge of allegiance to the flag. So with me being a part of that era about the pledge of allegiance to the flag, even though I see some people sitting down like Beyonce and Jay-Z, part of me still feels a certain type of way as a Black person because I was raised to respect this country, even though this country gave us the dirty end of the stick. And me being a uh, Black American, African American, and also Native American. And for those of you who know me, I was born in Oklahoma. So Of course, I come from the people, that was there. And, it's when I found out all of that stuff, how, we were really done, and I knew about it, but when it was just really brought, when social media really brought it out, it awakened a sleeping giant in a lot of us who are descendants of slaves. And I see someone in the chat there. Hello there. Good morning. I say it to you. And this is Baba Agunda. Hey, Baba. Baba, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel and being so nice and friendly and liking my stuff on my page. I really appreciate that. And so during this time, a lot of us also seeked out our DNA, our ancestry. A lot of us wanted to find out what part of Africa our ancestors from. And with all of that, a lot of us started on the journey of learning who we are and where we come from, for, that side of who we are, because we all know that most Black Americans are mixed with something, okay, whether or not it's Indian or Asian or whatever. Most Black people are mixed with something, okay? And but a lot of us, like I said, we didn't know anything about really our Black or African heritage, which I knew all about the Native American stuff. Like, you can't get away from that in my family. It's just, it really wasn't talked about, a lot of different stuff. But with my daddy and stuff like that, like I'm raised to be a Black woman. So I embraced that part of me. And I also went on this quest to try to find out, what part of West Africa my folks came from, which I know my daddy had told me the Benin stuff, but I didn't know about the other stuff that I found out. So, um, it led us into going into the ATRs and learning about the Orishas and different spirits and stuff that are a part of these African traditions. Like with the Congo spirits. I met this girl. She was Congolese, and we did our little thing. She was teaching me about the Congo spirits and stuff like that. And let me tell you, those spirits are really, really hot to work with. Okay. And with my experience, I've always been like a wild child anyway. So I'm like, those spirits are, they'll have you under possession. You just really have to know what you're doing when you're working with those type of spirits. Just like if you're mixing stuff with spells and all that herbs, that's different when you're dealing with, spirits, and dealing with those type of real wild nature like spirits. Like, yeah, they will mess you up. But anyway, yeah, I had my experience with that. And uh it it was intense. And I did have some issues where, I didn't want to release that spirit because of how it made me feel. I felt so powerful, like I could take over anything. And that's the way those hot nature spirits are. They're confident. That's, like, so if you're going to do any type of dark work and stuff like that, those type of spirits, you really got to know what you're doing, because they can possess you where they don't want to ever let you go. And possession is real, whether or not people want to admit it. Spirit possession is real. So, if you don't know what you're doing, they can possess you. And there's different types of possession. There's the one that they have you completely possessed all the time. And then there's some where they come in and out. And that's the one what that Congo spirit did to me. It came in and out, and you just really, really want to be careful with that. And getting back to the title, and getting back to the title, um, so a lot of Black people were, mad. And I know, especially all over social media, A lot of us let a lot of white people have it. And I know that a lot of, my Caucasian friends, and you know what I'm saying, you guys, a lot of y'all, just understood what was really going on, because I know that I've spoke to some, of my white friends, and they really felt bad about it. And it's really nothing that they could really do about it except for what they could do now, and continue to educate. And really, that's one thing too. The whole race thing, it's it's so much more than just that. That whole thing with the whole racial thing and the whole divide thing, that right there is not going to do anything but just make us go backwards. I mean, we have to learn how to work with each other. We have to learn how to respect each other, other's beliefs. Because I know during that time I got mad, and I thought I could make fun of Christians because I had came from a Christian background, and the truth is that I just really offended a lot of Christians. That's really all that I did. And so, even with, people who are Islamic, and if you guys that are listening in, hit that like button. I'm not sure how many people are watching, but yeah, so definitely, uh you just can't do that. You really need to respect other people's beliefs. You don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but just respect it. And with Christianity, it seemed like it's coming back on the rise again, I guess now because of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and all of them having a church. And like I'm seeing more celebrities and stuff now talking about Christianness and, all that, which, that's fine, but at the same time, we need to be mindful and respectful that not all people want to be preached to. You know, if you're going to preach Christianity to me, do you have time to listen to what I know about witchcraft? Do you have time to listen to what I know about other occult type practices and information? Would you be willing to do a spell with me? You know, think about those things. If I was pushing that on you and trying to get you to see your way, my way, you would be highly offended, and you would probably call the police on me, like, oh my God, this crazy witch, she's trying to get me to do a spell with her. I'm a Christian, I read the Bible every day. All that. So, you have to be mindful when you are dealing with, people of different faiths, and even people who are, Asian, or they're Buddhists, and you know get to know a little bit about their culture, get to know a little bit about them, so you're just not in, the so that you just don't like not know anything about them. Even Spanish people, even Hispanic people. I know a lot of people, um, they they still don't know just a few basic words of Spanish to kind of get around or to ask questions, and we have to be thinking, we have to be mindful of that, because the day of we're just an American and everybody needs to speak English days are over and done with. That's not the type of day that we're living in now. We need to know more than one language. That's the way that this country is now. And when I grew up, in my day, we didn't ever think about learning Spanish or everything or anything like that, or you know, French. The only thing that we were taught is that the whole country would just follow the United States. All of the other countries would just follow the United States and learn English. English, everybody knows English. So when I was a kid growing up, that's just what I thought, that everybody knew English, and if you didn't know English, you were dumb. And isn't that sad? I think that is sad that, you know, that we were so sheltered from the outside world. This is in my generation. And also, with that comes uh, the next generation of you younger people as well, and learning to respect others' beliefs. And this new generation that's coming up, like I said, I think they're called crystal children or rainbow children, and they have so much information. We need to learn how to respect these younger people. They have a lot of information to give us older people because of that era that a lot of us lived in with the whole Christianity and being brainwashed. Do you understand how long we have been brainwashed to follow those rules in that book that didn't serve us? A lot of those rules were not for us to follow. A lot of those rules were meant for slaves to follow. Okay, it was the Bible was just redone and rewritten for to keep slaves in line. And it worked. That book of spells, it worked. It kept a lot of people in line and a lot of people brainwashed. So now these younger people have all of this information. They're very intelligent, very smart. And that's why I'm saying, as an older person, let's listen to the younger people. Let's listen to what they have to say because they have information that's going to help us. We don't have to be the ones that know it all sometimes. And sometimes I have to check myself with that, especially when I'm dealing with someone younger. I have to think and say, okay, High Priestess Kathy, you need to step back and let this person speak because you might learn something. And that's how we all should be, as we are on this journey in life, and just listen to the younger people and see what they have to say, you know, and let them grow and, let them have confidence, and tell them that they're appreciated. Tell them thank you. Because a lot of them, they haven't heard it, and I know that my generation and the one before and all that, and the whole crack dilemma, drugs hitting everybody's life. And do you guys know that I had a one of my cousin's wife, she was on crack so bad that she had, I guess, like a gold tooth or something like that. That the gold tooth or something actually came out, and she took it to the pawn shop to pawn it to get some money for crack. So a lot of that, is going on, and you know we just have to learn to respect each other's beliefs and what they believe in, because they could teach us something. We could learn something from them. Become friends with someone who's Asian. Keep an open mind with them. Not all Asian people are bad. You might meet someone and then you find out, oh, you know what? They're going to China and they want to take you with them so they can show you, you know, China. You definitely just want to, um, respect other people's beliefs. If they're Buddhists and stuff like that, and you go over to their home and all that, take your shoes off. If they ask you to take your shoes off, like those little things, even if you don't believe it, when you're in a person's presence, be mindful of their culture, and well, somebody needs to tell Trump that, right? But be mindful of that person's culture and everything. And, um, some stuff is funny, but you don't have to make, uh, fun of it, in their face to where it's hurting their feelings. And let's see what Baba says. Baba says, see, respect is missing in this life because I know our little from everyone fate, and I start to understand the Kabbalah That's when my eyes was opening. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's good. That's one part of learning about uh different spiritual systems and different, practices in the occult, and you know, it's just all of that information is to, you know, uh free ourselves, from this program, or they say the matrix. That's what they call it, the matrix, in which is basically a program. Because sometimes, now that I've been enlightened and I understand that a lot of what I learned was a program, now that I've actually changed, sometimes I will actually start thinking about other stuff that I used to do. And I have to remind myself, okay, well, that's an old program. That's not who I am now. That no longer serves me. So you have to think about that. And like I said, one thing people don't do is that they don't give themselves a chance to mess up or make a mistake. I know, because like within Christianity, well, the where I had the type of church that my folks had and stuff like that, it was like no matter what you did, you couldn't be as good as God. So it's like whatever you did wasn't good enough. And then I remember, like, they had ministers and stuff like that that were actually verbally abusive and would abuse the people in the people, they would abuse the people that's in the service, So yeah, and I see that on social media all the time now, and I just look at it and laugh, and I'm like, I know exactly what they're doing. And but yeah. And that reminds me too, that I do remember that there was like a tent revival, and this uh white preacher had came, and he was like raising money, he said, to get out of debt. Okay, so, you know, they're playing the music and everybody's getting the Holy Spirit and stuff like that, passing out and all that. And then, they go around with the offering plate or whatever, and they're collecting money for this preacher. And he's like, "We just raised $500 tonight, and I'm $1,000 debt free or something." And I'm thinking to myself, are we actually raising money for this man in this tent revival? These people don't even realize that they're so brainwashed, and you know they're just going so bad, that they don't even realize what they're doing. I just couldn't believe it. And so that's my problem I have with that whole thing with Christianity. And a lot of y'all know I don't talk about a lot of that stuff anymore. I had to, put a wrap on it, calm it down, because, like I said, I wasn't doing nothing but offending everybody, because not everybody was, like, on my thinking level with that. And a lot of people, there we're not all on the same level. So I just wanted to come on here and see what you guys are doing, and learning how to respect each other's beliefs, you know. Just be mindful of that, because you can offend people with your jokes and stuff like that. And you don't want to do that, because it doesn't do anything but bring a lot of negative energy to you. And it gives you a bad name. Hmm. Yes. Yes, this live. I have not been on live this consistent in a long time. Yeah. So anyone else out there, say hello and hit the thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah, and another thing too, that I wanted to touch on, about respecting others' beliefs is, you really have to be mindful, when you're going around people and, you're not really aware of their culture and stuff like that. It's really important, like for you to ask questions because we're living in a different day and time now. You really need to ask questions like, what is the etiquette? If you're going to Italy, what am I supposed to bring something? What is the proper etiquette? Because some people, when you come there, they think that you know, and then you don't want to be like that American and you go there and then you do something that's disrespectful. So I would say, just kind of brush up on like your etiquette. Yeah, with that. And like I said, learn some stuff, learn about their culture and what they like and, what they don't like and, stuff like that. And I have been listening to this rapper's music that Pop Smoke, and yeah, he's got some great music. It's like maybe three or four songs I heard, and sure was a waste of life. Oh, and another thing, it was in a group. So one of the witches in our group had brought the attention to uh, us other witches that some stuff was going on with a spiritual worker, and they had gave that spiritual worker the spiritual worker gave her client, I guess, a recipe for some tea or gave her some tea or something like that, and it actually killed her husband. And there is a federal investigation going on about that. And all I'm saying is that this is supposed to be allegedly, because I don't know, but it kind of brought back some memories a few years ago with me and my situation with my other sister witch. And when I tell you guys that, the authorities and all that are on Facebook, you guys better believe it because um, my sister witch went through something similar like that. And we were all backing her and behind her behind this too because um, her client husband, he the she ended up killing him. Well, I guess she wanted him killed, but I guess the spirit got into her and she actually killed him. So the authorities got on there and they pulled up all of uh, the conversations and everything, like everybody, she was talking to that girl and talking to everybody and stuff. Everything was pulled up on there and all that. And um, it was crazy. It was crazy. I'm telling you. Baba said, to me, good is good, but respect is what's missing. Ryan. McKern. Hey, Ryan McKern. Ache. Yeah, but yeah, you have to be careful. Very, very careful. Like that type of stuff, you know, you don't want to come back and bite you in the end because it can. I've seen it for myself. You guys don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes in this little witchy community. I'm telling you, like it's crazy. And, I've calmed down a lot. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, y'all just don't know. A lot of y'all know. But yeah, and for those of you who are, into voodoo and Santeria and different practices like that, um, you know, it's important for you all to also, uh, inform or do what you can to, let people know, how serious it could be, and, some people do need guidance. Well, the majority of people need guidance. Some of us are just born into doing it. Some of us it's just on us to do it. And then some people it's not. And so it's like with some of these spirits, it's like if you don't have any favor upon you or protection and they don't know you like that, or if you haven't did anything properly to approach them, to ask them for help, they can get mad and just mess you up, because they really don't have time for us like that. I mean, they want what they want. Like, I know some people, they be thinking, like, oh my gosh, I want to work with this beautiful spirit. Oh my gosh. Like, they be thinking Oshun is just like a Mother Mary figure or something. That's what I can't get over. They think Mother Oshun is like some dang Virgin Mary or something. Oshun walked around naked, okay? Oshun was highly sexual. Oshun was very, very, very open minded sexually, okay? So she is, she's known for fertility. Oh, come on. She's very sexual. Like, and then they try to make her out to be like, no, she's not Mary from the Bible. Ochun is not Mary. I just, oh, that just makes me mad when I hear it. Oh, she doesn't have the temperament of Oshun. Those people don't even know who Oshun really is. Talk about, oh, Oshun is nice. Yes, Oshun is nice to the ones she loves and the ones that she take care of. But for the other people, she's not like that. She will rip you up. She has a vulture side. Yes, she's beautiful, but she will scratch your eyes out. She get it, scratch your eyes out. So when they try to make Oshun out to be like this sanctified woman, holiness woman in a dress and stuff, I laugh every time because that's not right. I mean, Oshunya, she loves beautiful things and luxury. Of course, she's beautiful. She likes the finer things in life. That's who she is. But she can be nice. Yes, and she loves to help people. That's the way she is. But on the other hand, she will mess you up. And like I said, she doesn't mind going around naked. That's the energy of Oshun. That's the real energy of Oshun. I can't take it when these other people try to make her out to be like the Virgin Mary and stuff. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Them kids she had, and she had all those men in check, all of them. She had Eshu too. She had everybody love Oshun. She had all them Orishas in check, all of them. Shoot, just makes me mad. Cause I be seeing in these groups, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even say nothing. Let's see who's in the chat. What's going on? Hey, Barbie. Hey, girl. I'm glad you joined in tonight, Barbie. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Ryan says, oh, the topic. Oh, yeah, the topic is how to respect others' beliefs. Yes, how to respect others' beliefs. And that's something that I had to learn about. If you go back, you can hear more of what I was talking about. But, just because we don't practice or believe in what other people's believe in, we should not, uh, be rude about it and stuff and try to force our beliefs and stuff on people. And that's all I was saying to a lot of Christians. Like, it's rude. Don't try to force your beliefs on people. If you want me to listen to your Christian, you're trying to save me. If you want me to listen to your Christian manual, save me manual, then let's do a spell together. Let me tell you some stuff about Baphomet. Daffy. Let's talk about Lucifer, the light bearer. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what a light worker is. And a light per worker isn't someone who's all fluffy and nice. A light worker can physically and mentally cripple you. Okay, let's talk about some stuff like that. If I'm gonna listen to Jesus for about 45 minutes to an hour, because I know I might as well get some coffee and sit down so you can save me. If we're gonna do that, then let's talk about Yemaya. Let's talk about Bassett. Hmm? Yeah, can we talk about that? So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, you know, like I said, I see a lot of people, they're talking more about it now. And, you know, you guys probably know that, follow me, how I feel about all that. So, like I said, the only thing that I did was, disrespect other people who were Christians when I was making fun and doing all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want you guys to do that, because, it comes off very, very rude and it's very, very nasty. And, you want to just have some class about you when you're dealing with other people with different religions and beliefs and stuff like that. So let them be the ones that look stupid. You don't have to try to defend yourself or anything. Just let them know, if you're not willing to talk about what I believe in, then let's not talk about what you believe in. And let me go say hello. Let me go say hello. I see some more people coming in. Mystic Imagination says, I'm so glad they woke me up to hear you. I'm glad too, Mystic Imagination. Barbie Chronicles, Barbie. Barbie says, yes, I'm here. Glad I caught you live. Yes, girl. Angela Williams says, hey. Hey, Angela. And Ryan McKern says, love your channel so much. Oh, thank you. Barbie says, I was enjoying your Pisces video last night. I'm a Pisces. Barbie, yeah. I'm just surrounded by Pisces. I don't know what's up with that. Seems like everywhere I go, everyone's a Pisces. And there's something going on with the Libra. Okay, and let me see. Ellie. We got Ella Suarez in the chat. I hope I said your name right, Ella. Did I say your name right? Ella says, Ella says, I'm so tired all day, every day. I know, right? I am too. I am too. Yeah, after I get off here tonight, I'm just gonna do a couple of more things and take a hot shower and get all ready for tomorrow, because I got some things to do early in the day. I don't sleep much. I'm telling you, you guys, since I've went plant-based and stuff, it's like I have energy like I'm 20 years old. I have to be careful. Ooh, one day I was caught myself belly dancing and I almost went down for the count. I was like, oh, I don't have to get no health alert and say I've fallen and I can't get up. Let me go back to the chat. Let's see. Hey, Silence, Silence. What's up, Silence, Silence? She says perfect timing. And Barbie says, yes, I agree. Mystic Imagination says, you're talking about Oshun and telling the truth. She is amazing and wonderful and sweet, but she's not the one to mess with. I love her. Please talk about Lucifer and Yemaya and True. I love her. Please talk about. Yes. And Ella says, yes. Ella says, must be Mercury retrograde. Yes. You guys, when I put up the Pisces video last night, I was chatting with some of you all in the chat, and I think Barbie was in there. But oh my gosh, it like started messing up and going black. And I was just saying like 2 or 3 nights before in the live that I think I've graduated from Mercury retrograde. And I'm telling y'all, Mercury retrograde made me eat my words last night on that live. And it wasn't like even a live like this, like it's my Pisces video. And the new moon in Pisces video, sorry. You guys go ahead and check that video out for those that haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I'm just chilling here on my bean bag too. I like these little night chats, you know, because I could just relax and talk to you all like this. And a lot of times I'm up anyway because I'm getting ready to do work. Let's see. Ryan says, Ryan McKern says, let's see. Much love to everyone. Bless the Orishas, bless the Loa. Yes. Yes. And Baba Ogunda says, Oshun have a next side. One of the elders of the night, we are forbidden from say the name of the women. I don't understand what you're saying, Baba. Or maybe I'm reading wrong. Let me see. Oshun have a next side, one of the elders of the night. We are forbidden from say the name of the women. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning how to work this now. Okay, you guys, yeah, the topic, respecting each other's beliefs. Okay, now during this time when we had found out all of that stuff about, how the Europeans did the slaves and the Native Americans and stuff like that. And, you know, um, there was an Asian guy, and I don't know where he is now, but I remember he would always tell me to, he would say, Kathy, we just have to respect each other's beliefs. But I didn't want to hear it because I was just so angry. It was like I couldn't believe how it was done. And just from, everyone becoming truly awakened, because I believe like during that time, like with the whole Christianity, that whole book of spells, it keeps you docile. It keeps you where you don't want to really fight and you feel compassion for your enemy and all that stuff. I don't believe that way. I just don't. I don't believe in having compassion for an enemy. I don't believe in having compassion for someone who's killed an offspring of mine. I just don't. And so, a lot of people, they have different beliefs, that I don't choose to adopt their belief. It doesn't serve me. I don't want to be so docile to where I'm a doormat and people can just walk all over me. And I'm saying that it's okay for people to do that and for God to forgive them for doing that to me. No, that's not the experience. That's not what I believe in. That's not what I practice. And Barbie says, me either. I'm not there yet. Yeah. And with learning about the ATRs and everything, it opened up a lot of insight. It opened up, a lot of people's third eye, you know, and people started connecting more with their spirit guides, with their ancestors and stuff. And, a lot of us, you know, in America, who are, descendants of slaves, a lot of us, we have talked about these things because it seemed like when we come out of that whole program of being, a docile person and living in that, uh, believing that book of spells or whatever that didn't serve us, or we didn't know how to use it properly. Okay, so that whole era it just it brainwashed a lot of people so much they're afraid of even learning about their own ancestry and their own beliefs and their own history and culture, and they're just so afraid to. And it's crazy. And if you would talk to a regular person who was Caucasian, they could practice their Irish stuff and have oh, what's the name of that holiday with the leprechaun? St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So, they can do that and talk about the leprechaun, which is like a little troll demon or whatever. I love that show, that leprechaun. They can embrace all that and it be okay, but yet a black person that's a Christian or whatever isn't really allowed to embrace their uh, ancestry that has to do with different Loa, or the Orisha, uh, the Congo spirits, uh, they're it's just so messed up how it is, but it's just that the message just really just it's out there, but it's growing. Like I said, we live in an age of Aquarius. We're getting all of this information, from spirit. So a lot of the stuff that I get is from spirit as well. And let me go to the chat here. Mystic Imagination says, me either. Mystic Imagination says, because their gods are powerful and scared the oppressors. Yeah. And then what's so funny is that a lot of these people who came into these African villages and destroyed their mask and told them that they couldn't use their divination tools and all that, just or they wouldn't be able to eat or anything like that. So of course they had to choose to get rid of all of their culture and stuff so that they can feed their children in those villages. So with that, a lot of culture was lost, and then they, infiltrated the Christianity religion upon it. You can see it all over social media. It's like a lot of the people from Nigeria and different places like that, they don't know if they want to be Christian or believe in the Orishas, or they're just so confused. And I hope they go back to what they originally were, because that whole Christianity isn't doing anything but making them lose their country to China, if we want to get really real about it. Hello, let me tell you something. This was coming from spirit, okay? See, they're so blinded by this whole, they got the book, they got their book of spells, right? The Bible is a book of spells. They got their book of spells, and they're doing the same thing we did. They're not interpreting it correctly. They're using what the missionaries tell them to use it for, and they're not getting anywhere with it, because they're not supposed to be trying to live their life exactly by their book. There's no freaking possible way we as human beings can live our lives by their book and try to have a happy, normal, healthy life. You have to understand you're gonna make mistakes. Yeah, you might cheat. Yeah, you might end up killing someone, or something, like something happens, self-defense. All of these things happen. We are not perfect people. Even the Orishas, when they were here on earth, when some of them were, they did not have perfect stories. They had other things going on with them too. But that Bible, there's just no way. And so what happens is that a lot of people go crazy. I was told by my one of my cousins, and rest his memory. He was a very talented piano player from Chicago, and he actually passed away in Canada. But he always told me, he would say, Kathy, now, our folks, they're tied up into the church and stuff, but you can lose your mind and stuff in this stuff. He said, whatever you do, do not lose your mind in this. He said, don't take everything what they say as the total truth. He said, listen to your heart. And he said, if something don't feel right, don't sound right, he said, don't leave it alone. He said, if you question it and they don't want to, and they tell you not to question it, he says, leave it alone, because it's not worth losing your mind. And that's what a lot of Christian people start doing. They start going crazy and think they can recruit everybody and save all these souls and get all these brownie points to go to this heaven that they've created. Well, my heaven or my afterlife or my next journey is not going to be like what they got going on over there. They've created their own personal heaven, hell. That's not what I believe in. We are gods and goddesses. All of us, we have some part of that in our making. We're all connected. So, and with that, you just really have to, truly think about it. Just truly think about it. And let me go back into the chat. I see you guys hanging out with me. Do you guys want to say anything? Want to read your comments? Yes, Mystic says, so they had to stop the people from getting help from them. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I know. That's what I know. Yeah. Yeah. So they had to get rid of all of their culture, their mask and stuff like that, and their pots, and so that they could eat. And so, like we see that now, that a lot of stuff was returned to um that museum in Nigeria. And I don't want to say what it is, because I don't want to say the wrong name, but a lot of artifacts and stuff was returned that was taken by missionaries and stuff. And then what happened was is that a lot of those missionaries, their descendants, turned right around and started practicing and working with the Orishas and stuff like that. And a lot of them were actually working with a lot of them, while a lot of people in America are still, connected to Christianity some way. You know, I mean, every culture has that magic part to its culture. So, yeah. So, respecting people's beliefs and how they believe is going to get you very far. And if you don't respect their beliefs and you say something jacked up to them, then that's what they'll remember you for. That's what they'll remember you by, how you insulted their deity, how you insulted their Jesus, So, it's okay, if you make a joke or two sometimes, but, you know, you just can't be out there doing that, y'all. It's just trying to save y'all from some evil eyes and stuff you don't need to go through. And that's what I'm saying. Respecting each other's beliefs is so important. Ryan McKern asked me, am I in Louisiana? No, I am not. I'm here on live, y'all. That's where I am right here on live. Mystic Imagination says, I respect the people, but I don't respect the false beliefs. So I politely educate them. Some I just leave alone because not everyone is ready to hear the truth. Oh my gosh, that is so true. That is so true, Mystic Imagination. And I've been there too. One of the ones that didn't want to hear the truth, keeping it real, how it is. Yeah, but during that time when that whole awakening happened, and I think we almost really had a race war going about to jump off here in the United States. Hearts to you too, Ryan. Ryan gave me a little heart. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all taking a little time out to chat with me. And I made the thumbnail with the little cat on it. So I'll probably be doing these little chats. I'm going to try to anyway. It's so easy to go live on the cell phone here. Ooh, with that computer. Ooh, that would take me forever just to try to get the Google Hangouts to get up to get me on live. Barbie says, I still think a race war might jump off. You think so, Barbie? Maybe I just haven't been focusing too much on it because, I've been trying to do different things now. I feel like, you know, I've already paid the cost to be the boss as far as like trying to fight, being a warrior like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know it's for the younger people to keep hope alive. Mystic Imagination says, there's a way to give that medicine. There's a way to give that medicine. Laughing out loud, you gotta use a little sugar. I know that's right. And Ryan McKern says, I'm in New Orleans. We are doing a Gede ceremony tomorrow for Mardi Gras. Wish you could join us. Yes, I know. I tried to get my friend to take me to the Mardi Gras this year and everything, but he didn't get away to we didn't get away to make that happen, but I'm still gonna get some beads and stuff. His son works down there in New Orleans, and they make the beads and stuff like that. He works with a company that makes the beads, and they usually have like a float and stuff every year that he works with too. I think that's cool. But yeah, my folks come from Louisiana. You know, my grandmother's folks, I should say, and because that's as far as we go back. My folks came from Louisiana. They lived in the South, man. They lived in Georgia, Alabama, and then they migrated to Chicago. And then they migrated to Oklahoma, and then they migrated to California. And I got family just about everywhere. Know people just about everywhere, not just on Facebook too. I mean, YouTube. Let me see who's in the chat. I've gotten so relaxed here. I'm on my little bean bag where I like to chill. Let's see. Uh, Baba says Oshun is one of the elders of the night. She has a next side to her. She is not to be playing with. Okay. All I can say is the white owl is significant to her. Yeah, it is with Hecate too. Barbie Chronicles says, well, because of this Trump situation and people are showing more racist attitude, that's why I said that. You know what? You're right. I didn't think about that. But can you imagine how this country, I think when they voted Trump in, like, America spoke. They're pretty much saying, yep, we still racist as ever. Yep, might have you over for dinner, but we're still racist as ever. And look at what they put in the office. Lord have mercy, what a hot mess. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. I actually uh was so excited to see him and that Korean dictator, that Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. I always mess his name up, y'all, so don't judge me. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Him. Jim Jong Un. So anyway, it was so funny. I just knew Trump was gonna make a butt of himself, right? But he really didn't. He actually acted civilized. But then that, Jim Jong Un was talking about, oh, North Korea, we're gonna make sure that we go by the guidelines and we love Trump and we're gonna work with Trump and we were, blah blah blah. And Trump was like, yeah, yeah, well, North Korea said, and then the next thing, I was like, please. When they said that, I was like, North Korea is lying. They gonna pull some old messed up stuff. Just watch. Then the next thing you know, what was it, like not even a month ago or something? They back tested nuclear missiles again. Please. They just said that to keep China off their butt while they hide their hand doing their sneaky stuff. While they hide their hand doing it sneaky stuff. Okay. And Mystic Imagination says they want to separate us. Yeah. And Barbie's laughing, and Mrs. said the votes are BS. Don't believe that man was voted in. They put him there. Same with Bush. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah. Well, not vote, well, America spoke, but the people that put him in there put it in there. And all I can remember is that oh my gosh, how Facebook plays a part in our lives sometimes. I remember going to sleep and I was talking to a friend of mine on Facebook, and uh, I don't know, he's probably not on, I think, well, anyway. I was talking to a friend of mine on Facebook, and I remember going to sleep, and we were talking about the election and stuff, and how Hillary Clinton was going to beat the crap out of Trump and all that. And I was like, yeah. And then for a second there, I was thinking, like, that's not going to happen. Trump's going to win. And I was like, oh, no, I can't even believe that. I just laughed it off. And I remember going to sleep. And then when I woke up, I was like, I didn't even turn on TV. I messaged my friend back, and I was like, so how's it going? I said, did Hillary beat him yet? And he was like, nah, he's like, Trump win. Trump won. I said, what? He said, yeah, he said Trump won. Lord, Lord, Lord. Woo! I said, all that feeling inside of me about me not caring to vote. And that was the one time I had never voted, and I had always voted before. And that one time I didn't vote. And I was so mad. I got on there on social media, and I was like, I can't believe y'all put this sucker in office. Because I knew what we was about to go through. They just didn't know. Shit, I knew about how Trump was before he even got in office. Like I said, if they ever put him in office, they gonna see how he really is. And there you go. Just an embarrassment. I'm not gonna vote anybody who's uh known for not knowing when to not knowing when no is no, and being such a scum bucket. Okay, anyway, Mystic Imagination says he lost the popular vote, but still won. Yeah, it was set up and rigged. Yeah, you're right, Mystic. That's exactly what I said when I heard this stuff. I was like, ain't no way. I was like, no. People was laughing. And my ex at the time, he was laughing. He just thought it was so funny. Cause I was just like, I know they not gonna let that laughing stock in our office. I just laughed. And then that should have listened to their voice. There was nothing but uh my ancestors telling me that. And I was like, my flesh, look, I'm gonna go Christian on y'all right quick. My flesh did not believe it. Shoot, boy, I tell you what, I was like speaking in tongues. I was like, yeah, ooh, I knew this country was gonna be. I knew we was getting ready to rock and roll, man. When they put Trump in office, I was like, oh well, let me sit back in the recliner, get some popcorn. It's about to be a show. And lo and behold, it was. He done showed his lily livered behind all this time. I cannot. I just cannot. I just cannot. Mm-mm. I don't trust nobody who got who can flip a toupee over like that to the side. Let me see. Like Mrs. said, okay. They didn't count my vote because it didn't help their guy win. She said, he's crazy. Mystic Imagination says, but they're distracting us so we don't use our powers. Mystic, you are on it tonight, girl. Mystic Imagination says, and fight each other. That is so true. That's what they want. Barbie says, you had a premonition before you went to sleep. Yeah, I guess that's what it was then. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I was just at that time thinking it was just an idea, but yeah, that was my ancestors telling me that I was wrong. This is what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. We should listen to that inner voice more. That's our guys. They trying to tell us some stuff. Boy, my guys be telling me so much stuff about some of these people online. Like this one chick, man, I know, oh man, I seen her situation and her being in the whole nut house and everything. Like she's just like so obsessed with this one person that, I'm just seeing it all. It's just crazy. And yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. Because y'all know like this internet thing is an open portal. This is sorcery. Whether or not they want to admit it or not, this here magic. It's more sorcery. And fight each other. Okay. Barbie's laughing. Mrs. says, girl, you have me laughing now. Yes. Yeah, so learning how to respect each other's beliefs, when people tell you stuff, you can say, okay, well, thank you for telling me. I may not feel that way, but I appreciate you telling me, and leave it at that. Some people, they want to get in a knockout, drag out fight with you about what they believe in. And, that's just eating up your energy. Just, to let it go. Just let it go. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm looking forward to my day in the morning. Yeah. I'm gonna do lunch and then I have to pick up some packages. Oh, such a hard life. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but learning how to respect other people's beliefs is going to get you into different doors. It's going to open up new doors for you with people, Um, not everyone you meet is racist. You come across racist people, yeah, but a lot of people, they're just wanting to get to know you and to learn about you and your culture and what you have to offer. And you can show people different things, and you know different things like that. And it's good to be a part of that and be open to that, you know. Like I said, you don't have to invite the person over to your house. You don't have to be friends with the person. That's not what I mean, but just being cordial and professional and just respecting other people's beliefs, especially if you are Christian. All witches aren't bad. All witches aren't out to get you. You know, uh, Christianity and witchcraft is a lot alike. It's different, yeah, but it's a lot alike in some ways because you're using that energy to bring good things into your life, or you're using that energy, to for justice, or to get back at someone that's wronged you, different things like that. It's the same thing. It's just a different technique, or you're working with a different deity. It's we're all connected. And so the better you are off learning other people's beliefs and how they believe, it's just going to make you uh you know, be a more well-rounded person, and you're not going to freak out when you meet someone that's a witch. You know what I'm saying? You're going to understand them and know where they're coming from, or people that are Christian. You're not going to freak out around people who are Christian. You're going to be able to understand them and where they're coming from. And, no, not to say nothing about Jesus around them like that. So, so just like I'm saying, to respect witchcraft, we should be respecting those who practice Christianity as well. And for those of you who are Christian, you can talk about what you believe in and everything like that, but you don't have to force it down people's throat. Some people might just be open to hear what you have to say. That's better than trying to force someone to believe your way, or leaving pamphlets and stuff at their door and all that. And that's just driving a person away. That's almost like making a person practice a religion and stuff. And this country is supposed to be based on freedom of religion, and right now I think we have it for now, because freedom of speech isn't so free anymore. This is a socialist society now. So we have to be careful with what we say a lot, because they can get us twisted up on this internet with the stuff that we say. And we have to be very aware and careful of what we say, and use allegedly when you're speaking about stuff. Thanks, Barbie. Use allegedly, okay? So let me get back into the chat. And let me see. Mystic Imagination says, yes, it's magic. I believe it's from Lucifer to let us connect and learn the truth. I'm going to make a video about Lucifer. It's been on my mind to do that, so I'm going to be doing that too. And you guys, if after we get out the chat, if you haven't seen some of my videos, you can check out the Orishas, Loas, and Deities on that playlist. I have information on different deities and Orishas and spirits and Loas and stuff on there. That I started doing those videos like around 2017, I think 2018, and I need to do another one. Um, it was something about Baphomet, like YouTube and Facebook and all that. Baphomet really scares people. And I think because of how, uh, I think it has something to do with the Jewish people not, you know, having a problem with Baphomet or whatever. It's something, because whenever, I can't even find the video myself about that video I made about Baphomet. And I actually made it this year. And that was a good video. The music, everything. I tried to post some stuff about Beth Met on Facebook, and they blocked it or whatever, and said, it was reported or whatever. But a lot of people are afraid of Baphomet. And Baphomet, it's really because of the image, I think, really. And they think that Baphomet is Satan and stuff. And Baphomet and Satan is not the same. And just a lot of people are afraid of it. So I think, we need to educate people about it, so people are not afraid about it. So when a person does talk about Baphomet, or you see a symbol of 666 or Baphomet or something like that, or anything satanic, anything that has to do with black magic, people won't be so afraid of it. They'll be aware of it, but they won't be so afraid of it to where they're judging you and attacking you for it. So, with that, respecting other people's beliefs, that helps in that area too, because religious killings, it makes no sense. Okay, and let me see. Barbie says, well, let me scroll back up to the chat. Mystic Imagination says, yes, it is magic. I believe it's from Lucifer to let us connect. That's gonna be a better way to do this chat on this phone. To let us connect and learn the truth about what is going on. When you talk about eating energy, please listen to me. I have to break it up. Okay. In pieces because of word count. They are eating our energy by doing these things to make the public all upset and invested. Do you see and feel all the energy they get the public to raise? They're taking the energy to use it for their purpose. Well, yes, I do. Barbie says, I just started getting into magic and learning how to work my gift. I have been connected to the I've been connected to the spiritual world since I was a child. I would always dream of people who had died. Barbie says, and they would communicate with me in my dreams, but I didn't understand it. And then so I tried to pray it away, but now I'm learning how to use it. Yes. Mystic Imagination says, based on freedom of religion, as they were oppressing the religious beliefs of the people they brought in. What freedom? That's true. That's true. Like I tell people, they say, oh, free country, free country. There is nothing free about this country. You have to pay for everything. Nothing is free. And you'll pay for one way or the other. And like Mystic saying, another way they can get us is, using our energy to better serve their purpose, to get money. And I made a live video about how these celebrities use our energy too to make money. Do you know all of the focus and all of the energy we are putting into these celebrities that we watch and we enjoy, and we're supporting them and all of this stuff? Do you know all of that energy aimed at them, and whether it's good or bad, because a lot of them are alchemists and don't even know it. They can turn it around, turn the bad around for good. They channel that energy and create money and wealth and whatever they want. That's smart, you know? And they're just on that level and learning about the occult and stuff like that. That's one way that it can serve you to, give you that advanced knowledge that not everyone has. And like I said before, I used witchcraft to learn how to sing, which, I could hold a tune and stuff all right when I was a little girl, but I was awful. I wasn't a singer. I played the clarinet and stuff like that. Like I didn't get that gift. My mother was a beautiful singer, but I had missed it. But you know, did the witchcraft thing and I worked on it. I was practicing. It takes a lot of work to practice this singing and stuff too. But I actually did it where I sound pretty decent, when I sing now, and where I didn't. before. And, everybody noticed that because, I've made some videos where I was singing and stuff before, but everybody noticed that. 'Cause before I wasn't singing like that. I noticed it too. I was like, well, hot dang, whose gift did I steal? you little witch. let me go back to the chat. Let's see. Barbie Chronicle says, I find pennies and dimes everywhere. I was told this means the spirits are communicating with me and that I'm on the right path and they are watching over me. Well, yes, I have to agree. There is nothing bad in finding pennies and dimes everywhere. That's for sure. I would say that's the luck of the Irish too. You might have some leprechauns around or some leprechauns in your family. Now, but that's a good sign of prosperity, money. And girl, pick them pennies up. My mama taught me how to pick them pennies up, and I still do to this day. I don't care. I will wash it off. Bert says, I also see 222, 111, 333, and 555 almost every day. Yes. Yes, a lot of y'all are seeing numbers. I've been hearing that a lot. A lot of people seeing 1111, 1111, 1111. I know I seen a 1111 a couple of nights ago, but I have been seeing 304 everywhere for the past 5 freaking years, all the time. It doesn't matter. Every day, 304. And I asked someone, what does 304 mean? I've asked this before on Facebook and social media, and I looked up some what it means, and it says something about angel numbers, and I'm like, okay, angel numbers. And then somebody was like, trying to make a funny joke talking about it's ho 304 backwards HOE. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, please get out of my face with that. But no, like 304 everywhere. It doesn't matter. 304, 304. And I looked at my birth certificate and I was like, well, I wasn't born at 304, you know. So, and I'm not into numerology like that. I've kind of dibbled a little bit and, but it just wasn't something that interests me. So, yeah, I don't. I'm an eclectic witch. Okay, I'm an eclectic witch, but I don't practice everything. Numerology is something I really haven't touched on, and some people are very gifted at it, and they know their stuff. Mystic Imagination says, "I'm sorry, I was talking so much, but I couldn't help but share what you were talking about. Trigger things I had to share. I'll stop now." Oh no, I want you to share, Mystic. Did I read everything that you wrote? I wanted to make sure I read everything you wrote for us. Because hopefully they could see the chat. If you go back to the video later on, I'm hoping you'll be able to see the chat. I'm not sure. But yeah. No, I want you to let me know what you feel and what you think. I like to get a different perspective on things. How old are you, Mystic? I was just talking earlier about how we can learn a lot from younger people too if we just, give them a chance and hear them out because they have a lot of messages and information that can help deprogram a lot of us and to help heal us for those of us who were stuck in that era during the whole Christianity thing, and a lot of us are still messed up because we're trying to live a certain lifestyle that is not realistically ob- obtainable. It's just not. There's no way that you just cannot go without sinning. You gonna sin whether you eat extra 100 calories or extra cookie. Whether or not uh, you have sex before marriage, whatever. Why are you going to feel bad about it, really? Sex is It's natural. It's nature. That's what I'm saying. That whole people just need to let it go. Let a lot of that go. If you're going to use the Bible, use it responsibly. How's about that? I think that's about the best thing I can say. If you use the Bible, use it responsibly. You know, if you use the Bible, use it responsibly. Y'all gonna make me go to church on y'all. Use the Bible responsibly. I don't want no curses on me. Use the Bible. Oh, use the Bible. Pass the peas like we used to do. Pass the peas like we used to do. Oh, pass the peas like we used to do. Oh, without a little bit there. Oh, if you pass the peas like you used to do. Uh oh. Let me go. Let me read this in the chat. We've been on here an hour and 30 minutes, y'all. Okay, Barbara says, okay, now come on through with them vocals. Y'all gonna make me bring the old church lady voice out. You know, that old sister in the church back there, you know, with the big hat on. You know, Sister Mary in the back with the gloves on, and she got her lipstick on and her pearls, girl, in church. And she got her fan going while the pastor up there preaching. Oh, the pastor, he telling me about what God gonna do. Pastor, tell me what God gonna do. Oh, pastor, preach to me. And then you see that big old tall preacher up there. And he throws his hand up and says, God, God, won't you come on down? Come on down and bless Miss Mary as she gives her money to the collection plate. Hey, 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 collection plate. Glory! Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh my God. Let's see. Let me see this. Mystic says making sex evil was to stop the energy rise in Kundalini. If your energy rises to the crown, you awaken. So cut it off in the root with fear and guilt. Ooh, y'all read what Mystic is writing too in the chat, y'all. Mystic Imagination. Mystic Imagination says, cut it off and you keep the people asleep. Barbie laughing. Mystic Imagination said, no church, please. Baba Ogunda, okay, y'all, I'm not going to take y'all to church tonight. Baba Ogunda says, if you can't handle black magic, leave it alone. That's not for everyone. Oh, yeah, I love black magic. That's. That's for me. You know, I'm my mother's daughter, but I'm my father's daughter too. Yes. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with black magic if you know what you're doing with it. If you don't know what you're doing with it, then yeah, you need to do some more studying, get into the occult books more, learn about your deities more that you're gonna try to work with, ask for help with the Encyclopedia of Spirits. Google up that book, The Encyclopedia of Spirits. and it will have information in it about different spirits that you can work with and what they like and different offerings and stuff like that. And that can be a guide for you, if you're trying to dibble and dabble, depending if you're a practitioner. This isn't for everybody to do. So, you know, I'm not telling people to just, you got to be an adult and decide what's best for you. If you're under 21, then if you're not grounded or you're not into this, then I would suggest you sit back just for a minute, hang tight, just kind of watch and see what everybody else is doing and learning, and then you learn some things on your own what you feel drawn to, because everybody's going to go down through different paths. That's just the way that, well, some people, they're stuck with one way of practicing. They might just do a lot of stuff with the Orishas. They might just be into Santeria. And some people might just work with the Loa. That's what they do. Then some people, they do Wicca. And then some people, they do like the old Mexican traditional witchcraft type of witchcraft. And then the people do Kabbalah, all that. So people are on different people working with the Goetia people. They're all on different paths. So where it's true, you can't. It's not advised to just be mixing up stuff together. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and that's why I tell a lot of people, don't put the same deities on the same altar too. I made a video about that. I just wouldn't advise that. I know some people do that, and I know that's, if it works for them, that's okay. But if you're starting out doing this, I wouldn't advise you putting like Oshun and Venus on the same uh altar and stuff like that. If you're going to make an altar for them, you know. So yeah, it's definitely different things that you want to be aware of, before you start really just tapping into it. And then when you feel more confident and you feel led to do it, you have to be an adult and decide what you want to do. You have to start somewhere too. So, take that all into consideration. And, talking with the elder too, of course. If you can get an old person that know voodoo and hoodoo, New Orleans type voodoo and stuff like that, uh try to talk to them. Be nice, bring them lunch, take them out to lunch or something like that, and ask them questions about what they know. That would make their day. They would love to know. And then a lot of times when they're old like that and you're just showing interest in being kind and stuff, they'll tell you some things that they may not have ever shared with people. They'll tell you little stuff, little tricks and stuff. And the stories, I mean, they tell you, like, yeah, I can tell y'all some stuff too, just crazy. Mystic imagination. Okay, I'm not gonna do no more church, girl. I promise, no more church tonight, girl. Mystic said, "Love your singing, but no church for me. I'm free from that oppression now." Okay, hun. All right, honey. Stan Jones says it is a learning process. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Barbie says, I have a Haitian friend I'm learning from. Oh, that's awesome, Barbie. Yeah, get all the knowledge that you can. Mystic Imagination says, if you're under 18, study about whatever you're drawn to. I suggest learning about your energy meditation, learn about the circle and herb stone and the wheel of the year deities. Am I wrong? No, no, you're not wrong at all, Mystic Imagination. No, it's good. They need to be learning about that stuff. If they're drawn to it, they want to get into it or something like that, it's good to learn, and, you know, not all people are able to connect with an elder right away. So until then, Google is your best friend. And of course, you're not to believe everything on Google, but at least will guide you into some wonderful books, and in different Facebook groups you can connect to people and learn stuff from them, you know. And so that way, when you're ready to actually do a spell, or do work and stuff like that, you'll be completely confident to do it. And, you won't be worrying about it. Did I do something wrong? Did I mess it up? You know, and I will tell you all a secret for those of you who really don't know what a lot of practitioners probably won't tell you is that when you first do a spell on your own, 9 times out of 10, it might work. I've heard of that, and it actually worked for me when I first started out doing a spell on my own. It actually worked. Now, it may not work right away, but a lot of times it works like within a few days, maybe. And I'm talking about not something like, hard, but something like money or protection or something like that, or, something that's beneficial, that's not too dark, so they say, you know what I mean? Your first spell normally will work for you because it's just like a new beginning. Yeah, all of that energy and stuff, and you know that's just what I found anyway. And talking to other witches. Okay, in the chat it says Mystic Imagination says the guides and deities will guide this seeker to the teacher, but you need to work on your own and get a foundation first. Yes, that's very true. You need to get a foundation first. Oh my gosh, you guys, I better get off here because I have a whole full morning. When I come back, I'm going to relax, but I better get off of here, you guys. I can get used to doing these lives. I can't believe this time flew by so fast. So, did you guys want to say anything else before I wrap up the live? Let's see. Barbie Chronicles said, Kathy, I was wondering about the graveyard spell video you did a few years ago. Did it work? Yes. Mystic Imagine. There we go. Um, she says, my first spell almost. Let's see. My first spell almost killed someone until I realized what was happening and called it back. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, see, be glad that you called it back because most of the time when you send stuff out, it's not going to come back. And you got to do a lot of work to try to stop what you put on. It just depends. So, you got lucky there. Let's see. Stan Joe says, you must have confidence in yourself and what you're doing. Yes. Some of us are so powerful we don't even know until you have did a spell or two. That is true. And once you get it working, it becomes like an addiction. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I look forward to doing work. It's like I become alive. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But before I do, I want to Thank everybody for stopping by in the chat and just call everyone's name out right quick. I'm going to go back up and so yes, we had Mystic Imagination stop through. Thank you, Mystic. We have Barbie Chronicles stop through. Hi, Barbie. Yeah, thank you, Barbie. Barbie, come back again when I come on. I should be back tomorrow night around the same time. Stan Jones stopped in. Baba Agunda stopped in. Let's see here. Go back up. Yeah, and Ryan McKern. If I didn't get someone, pardon me, but thank you all for stopping in tonight. Yes. Barbie, thank you so much for stopping by again, girl. And thank you, Mystic. I love talking with you too. Peace, you all. Bye bye. Have an awesome day tomorrow.